Hi, this is Riddick Big Daddy Bo, two-time former world heavyweight champion, and you're watching Cool True Sports.
True School Sports.
True School Sports.
Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with my main man, Stacey McKinley. How you doing, Stacey?
Pretty good. How you doing, man?
I can't complain, man. It's always a great day to be in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Interviewing you
Every
and
day's
whatnot.
a great day in the gym.
Absolutely. A lot's happened since the last time I spoke to you. We'll start off with the big news in boxing with Teofimo Lopez. He got the win over Lomachenko, much to the surprise of many. What did you think about the fight? You know, as you saw it taking place on the television set.
I think it was a very good fight. I think that Lopez did a fantastic job of pacing himself. I think that Lomachenko was somewhat surprised that this kid is as talented as he is, and I think it was a real good fight for television and a real good fight for boxing. He really did a lot for boxing, and it brought a lot of interest back into boxing, that part, especially the lightweight division. So we got another superstar out there, a star, and he's soon to be a superstar, and I'm really excited for him, you know.
Yeah. And, I mean, I believe the ratings were nearly 3 million. It peaked out. It was at 2.9, around 3 million. So it was a big win for boxing.
Yeah, 3 million. Got 3 million people that tuned into the fight. So that's a great audience. That's a great audience. So, but the young man deserved it, and like I say, it's really good. It's really good for boxing.
Absolutely. Now you have a relationship with Teo. Like he who trained out at the Heavyweight Factory. What's your relationship with him, and how was it working with him when you worked with him for that brief time?
Well, my relationship with him, we call him Gordo, but my relationship with Gordo is a great relationship. He's a very outstanding and outspoken young man. His father had a lot of problems with a lot of people, but he and I get along just fantastic. We never had a problem together, and when I worked with him with his son, I probably would have still been with him, but something went on in the gym between Shannon Briggs and Lopez's father, and there's some kind of confrontation that happened right there, and they was asked to leave the gym. So I was training Shannon Briggs at the time, so I didn't leave with Lopez and his family, but they went on and did real well. You know, his father's. A lot of people say he's difficult, but he wasn't difficult for me. You know, I understood him. I understood that this guy had a lot of pride. His father had a lot of pride and a lot of love for his son, and he's been the underdog all his life. His father kind of reminded me of Muhammad Ali. Ali first come out, you know, they called him the Louisville Lip. You know, he was talking, but wasn't nobody listening. You know, he was talking about what he's going to do. He's going to be great, and after he threw his gold medal in the Kentucky River, and he's going to go ahead on and get respect in boxing. Well, Mr. Lopez is the same type of guy. You know, he's been an underdog. So everybody say he wasn't a trainer, he couldn't train, so, you know, he was out to prove himself, so he's a little cocky about it in his voice. You know, he spoke his truth, and he didn't mind speaking up. So now I think that he's improved himself to be a very good trainer, because he did a very fine job with his son, and you know his son is outspoken also, so it's a great team.
The other day when you called me, you were talking about I think you went to a fight with them, and they fought some sort of, I don't know if it was amateurs. Was it amateurs? Or was
it was amateur. You know, I've been friends ever since the amateurs when we was over with David Pal. But I knew that this kid was an outstanding athlete and a good fighter, and I knew that I had a conversation with him once, and I told him, I said, you're gonna be a great fighter. You'll be a great fighter one day, and it won't be long, because you're very talented. And it's kind of like what I told Floyd Mayweather. You know, the eyes tell the story. So I looked in this kid's eyes. He had the eyes of a champion, eyes to win. Determination is hard. It's not just talk. You know, he talk a lot, but he's backing it up. It's not just talk. He believes what he's saying. So yeah, so we was out at the USA Championships out in I think it was Colorado Springs, and they had a kid Mexican kid from California that was beating everybody, knocking out everybody. They had 2 boxing rings going there, and so this other kid was from California, was winning the tournament, knocking people out, a monster. I mean, he was a hell of an amateur fighter, and he had a big crowd come in from California, because every time he would fight, everybody would leave that this other ring, and everybody would go to this side of the auditorium to watch this kid fight. It kind of reminded me of when Mike Tyson was an amateur.
Yeah.
Everybody was spread out in the arena, but when Mike Tyson would fight, everybody would leave those other rings, and the fans would come down here to watch Mike Tyson fight. So it kind of reminded me of the kid from California. Kind of reminded me of that. So the kid was winning, and it got to the finals, the U.S. Championship finals. Now, remember, this kid had been around a long time, and Gordo was just a young kid coming. So he asked me, he said, Stacey, I want you to stand in my corner. Stand by my corner. Don't you leave, you stay by my corner. I said, why you want me to stand there, Gordo? He said, I'm going to show you something. He said, this ain't no fight. I said, yes? He said, this ain't no fight. This is an easy fight, Stacey. I said, it's an easy fight. He looked at me and said, this is no fight. So I'm going like, okay, I got you picked to win, but I don't know, you're going to be in a hell of a fight. But believe it or not, I was sold on him 100% after that particular fight because it was no fight. It was no fight. I mean, the kid boxed. He boxed superbly. I mean, he was excellent. He moved his head. He worked off his jabs. He gave him angles. His feet was fast. Everything was perfect. And he come out of the fight. You know, to be honest, I had told him, I said, you know what? I don't remember you getting hit with even one solid shot. He come out and then finished the ring. So I went talking to him in the dressing room. He said, I told you. So I told him right then, I said, you know what? And I told his father, I think I grabbed his father, kissed his father on his forehead. I said, his son gonna be great. I said, your son gonna be a great fighter one day. You continue to work with him and do what you're doing. I said, he gonna be all right. I said, you know, when we ran into, when we was together, I said, I might not be there with you. I said, but, because we had the run-in down there, so I said, but you just continue to do the work you're doing and keep your head up and don't listen to what people say. And you and your son gonna go far. So I've seen fighters like him before. I saw it in Sugar Ray Leonard eyes. I saw it in Floyd Mayweather eyes, and I'm seeing the same thing now. So basically he won the tournament, and his father, his father is really outspoken, and he come to me and he was really upset because the USA Boxing has what they call a point system. It's not like it was when I was fighting. If you win the nationals, then you're the #1 fighter, you go into the Olympics. You're on the Olympic team, you go into the Olympics. But the USA Boxing is different now. They call it a point system. So if you're doing a lot of international fights, then you're gaining points. So this kid from, although Lopez beat him, the kid from California.
Oh, I know Carlos Balderas.
Yeah, Balderas is his name.
Okay.
Lopez beat him, but still he was qualified to go to the Olympics because of the point system. But his father, Lopez's father, didn't want to buy that. He was very, very, very upset. And so I had him in the gym, and his father told me, well, I think that my son should be the one going to the Olympics. I said, well, Dad, you got to understand how the system works. Your son is young. He just got here. This boy been around for a while. And he said, yeah, but I'm going to sue. I'm going to file a law. I'm going to sue USA Boxing. I said, hold it. I said, hold it. Let me talk to you about it. I said, don't do that. He said, yeah. I said, no, don't do that. I said, let me tell you why. First of all, you're not going to win. Okay? Ain't no point creating enemies. You're not going to win because the rules are the rules. All right? I say, now, let me ask you, what country are you from originally? And was your son born in that country? He said, yes. I said, then this is what you do. You go back to your country, okay, and let your son represent that country in the Olympics. I said, it doesn't matter. I said, it doesn't matter what country you're from. If you're Olympian, you're an Olympian. He said, well, Stacey, I never thought about that. I said, yeah, so things will work out perfect for you, and that's what he did. I think it was endurance. Yep. Yeah, so he represented, that's what he did. He went and took my advice, and everything was smooth. He didn't win a gold medal or anything like that, but he is an Olympian. So he decided to go to the Olympics. So he did a fantastic job. And to add to that, I think the top rank, along with people at top rank, the matchmakers, and all these people did a fantastic job and bringing him up and grooming him and kept him busy and kept him fighting. And they did a fantastic job with that kid. And with 15 fights, he's a world champion. With 16 fights, he done beat one of the best fighters I've seen in a long time with Lomachenko. So he did a fantastic job.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We're at the Davy Powell, and you're watching True School Sports.